Is it time to worry? This just in today, the Charlotte Hornets have downgraded LaMelo Ball and Colin Sexton to doubtful for tonight's game versus the Miami Heat. So why is this a big deal? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it means for Charlotte's future. We're getting hot today. As always, if you're new to the channel on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Comment below with your thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, getting to reach out to other Hornets fans just like yourself, and it is completely free to do so. So let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. I was really hoping LaMelo Ball could be back on the court tonight, as I thought this was going to be short-lived. Maybe he had some soreness, like we saw him visibly in pain in that Timberwolves game on a couple possessions, but now I'm like, man, this ain't good. You got to be asking yourself, was he gonna what is the expectation here? That there's nothing to worry about, right? Wrong. I mean, this is gonna be his third straight game that LaMelo misses. Now, it was reported as doubtful, but usually when you're doubtful, you're not coming. I don't know if they've updated it to out, but third straight game that LaMelo Ball misses. This isn't good. Of course, again, fractional chance he plays, but he's probably out. And what's more concerning is we know that the Charlotte Hornets are not transparent with injury news. It's just historically I don't know what it is. They're just not good at it. Would you be shocked? Would you be shocked if after this game they announced that LaMelo Ball is set to have season-ending ankle surgery? Would you be shocked? I wouldn't. Not at this point. I don't know what's going on. We got an update with Brandon Miller, but still, when he was getting that second opinion stuff, that was pretty scary. LaMelo Ball he's 24 years old. He's been having recurring ankle issues for a while now. You go back to 2022, left ankle sprain in October, missed 13 games. Left ankle sprain in November 2022, missed 11 games. Left ankle sprain in January 2023, missed 3 games. Then you had the right ankle fracture, which he broke, season-ending surgery, 36 games. That was in February 2023. Then he had a right ankle sprain, starting a new season in November. Missed November 2023, missed 20 games. Go to January 2024, right ankle injury rehab, missed 22 games, off and on. Or no, I think they just shut him down for the season. Ankle soreness, December 2024, throughout the season, on and off multiple games, and then guess what happened in March 2025? Season-ending right ankle surgery, missed 35 games. How do you build a team around a guy who only plays 46 games a season? I love LaMelo Ball. I love his talent. Probably one, if not the most talented player that the Charlotte Hornets have drafted in history. Huge 6'7" frame. The point guards like that don't just grow on trees, but they're, taller point guards are becoming more prevalent. Exceptional playmaker, shot creator, deep range. Has the gravity that demands attention from defenders, but at some point you have to say availability is the best ability. You have to be concerned with these chronic ankle issues. There has to be a concern floating about in Buzz City. I can't believe I just defended LaMelo on the Ja Morant episode, or talk about the little trade rumor going around. But I did say if his ankle issues flared up again, we do have to consider all options if you're the Hornets. So my concern has hit an all-time high. We're at 9 out of 10 on a panic meter. He didn't have any new injury that we were aware of. Again, Hornets aren't transparent, but we didn't see a new injury pop up. We didn't see him get injured. He had all off season to rehab, and of course, he had the off-season surgery to fix this. Now it's flaring up again, and he broke that same ankle a year before, along with all the sprains I just listed. I think there were 4 of them. Like he's injury prone. He is. I mean that when you're only averaging 46 games a season, you're injury prone. Like you're not even eligible for some NBA awards when you're only playing 46 games a season. That 17 game threshold, yeah. He's injury prone. I don't really know where the Hornets go from here. I mean, being optimistic, glass half full. You say he comes back next game, but we've been saying that every single game. It's just like it's way too early in the season to start talking about tanking. You got scouts talking about him today. Like you saw the reports. Anonymous scout says LaMelo Ball doesn't take basketball seriously. Quote, yes, he's talented, but he doesn't take basketball seriously enough. Another West Coast scout said it's hard to build a winner with him because of how he plays and the liberty he takes for himself when he plays, end quote. Now, I think people are over exaggerating that. I think if the Hornets were to put him on the market, I mean these scouts, these executives, they want his trade value as low as possible. So anonymously, they're going to say whatever is best is in their best interest. So I'm not listening to the birds talk today, but just a lot of quotes that came out in that ESPN NBA Intel article. Yeah, another quote, if you're asking me if Trae Young, John Moran, LaMelo Ball all came onto the trade market tomorrow, I think LaMelo would have the best market, one executive said. But that's all hypothetical right now. So there's a lot of conflicting opinions on what's, LaMelo's Ball's trade value, but I think he's better than Trae Young, and I think talent-wise he's better than John Moran at this point. But if he doesn't play, what do the Hornets do with him, going forward? Like, let's say worst comes to worst, he has season-ending surgery in the next few weeks, and he misses the entire season. Not only is this a huge blunder for Hornets fans, what do you do with LaMelo Ball at this point? You got Brandon Miller, who he missed the majority of last season, and he's going to get reevaluated in 2 weeks, but that doesn't, what does that mean? He could be out for a long time as well with the shoulder subluxation. This is horrible. This is horrible news. Like I said, panic meter is high right now, and I think Hornets fans should be panicking as well too. It's early on in the season, not 500 record, not even above it, and you need your best players on the court. So the fact that two of the potential all-stars are already shelved, potentially for a long time, is not great news. So these rookies, these other guys are going to have to really chip in and really propel this team forward under Charles Lee. But we've seen it night in, night out. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. But that's the injury update for LaMelo Ball and what I think of it. If you've gotten this far, great. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Drop your comments below with your thoughts. If you're on an audio platform like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can still drop your thoughts through a review, or Spotify I know has some comments. But that's going to be it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the 6 Hornet Podcast. We are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Take care, everybody.